Harry Javis lag. What is going on this morning? It's an okay morning. Why don't we have just an okay morning? Sounds good. Yeah. What's going on out there? Yeah. I'm just sitting here surrounded by inventory. Yeah. What are y'all up to? It's not even dark? What the heck? We got the Harry. Good morning, Harry Jabus. It's the Hairstacker Silver Show, starring Lag and a few other miscreants and ne'er-do-wells. What hijinks will they get into today? Jabus, you are certifiably crazy. Yeah, you lost your mind. You've lost your mind. Yeah, I think he had too much coffee. Trying to prompt conversation. Yep, I've got a little shipping to do myself. I sold like 7 things yesterday for $250 gross. So, morning ping. Granny hand. Who's got the granny hand? I guess I do. Raining in Memphis. Good day for laundry and listing. I did some listing yesterday. I put up like 11, 12 items. Finally got those putters listed. I put on the thumbnail that Scotty Cameron putter. I listed it for $250. $250 packed up. Students start printing labels. Lag is equal. There's the star of the show. I list all the time. I just don't kill myself at it, Lag. If I were to take all the days of the year, 365, including Sundays and holidays, I bet I would average about 5 items a day. But I list a lot of stuff that takes time to list, like I listed a typewriter yesterday, and it already sold. It sold in about 2 hours. So I'm sitting here going, I may not have priced that high enough. I do that once in a while. I'll list something, it'll sell, and I go, whoa, well, maybe I could have gotten more for it than I asked. Yeah, I'm not going to want to ship that one. That one's one of those, have you seen the putters that come up like to the middle of your chest? They work on like a pendulum swing. Anyway, the sucker is 48 inches tall. I'm going to have to Frankenbox the heck out of a Frankenbox to get that shipped. Nope, I haven't listed a hand dryer. bum, bum. Good morning, Hank. How are you doing? Let's put an invite in the side chat in case anybody wants to join in the live conversation. Because I know I'm pretty boring all by myself. But some people probably tune into this show so they can take a nap. Kind of early in the day to take a nap, though, isn't it? Phil, predator management is armadillos. Those suckers will dig up your yard. I guess they're digging for grubs, and the cicadas come up out of the ground. Maybe they're out digging up cicadas. Anyway, they tear up your yard. Yeah, I had average sales yesterday. 7 orders for 250 or so, something like that. Good morning, Texas Val. Texas Val was asking a question. What? I don't cross list, so I can't give a good answer. She was asking what's the best cross listing service. Sold a data reader for $3.4 thousand. That's crazy. You never saw armadillos? I thought just about everywhere in Texas had armadillos. Well, in Central and East Texas anyway. They're pretty scarce out in West Texas because the climate is just too dry for them out there, I think. I'll list crosses. Armadillos can spread leprosy. Well, that's not good. Export your store. Cross listers, the best I've found so far. Export your store. Never heard of it. Let's look at it. Wait. Gotta get things situated a little better. Present. Bum 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 bum. And open a new tab and EXPORT store. Exportyourstore.com. Import from eBay, export to Amazon. Is that the only place you can go? Oh no, look at all of them. You got your eBay, Amazon, Etsy, what is that, Shopify, eBid, Woo. I've never heard of those. What is that one? And Facebook. How much does it cost? Start selling. eBay to Poshmark, eBay to Etsy, eBay to eBid, eBay to Depop, eBay to Google Shopping. Oh, that's what that G was. eBay to Instagram, eBay to Walmart, eBay. I guess all of them. How much does it cost, Lag? Tell us true. You can book a demo. I don't think we'll do that this morning, but Oh, pricing tab at the top. Okay, there you go. Starter, $23 a month. Billed annually, save $72. One source store. You only get 100 listings a month, but if you do a low volume, high dollar store, that'd probably be good for you. Growth is $47 a month. And you get an onboarding meeting and 500 listings. I don't know, it depends on enterprise, $200 a month. Well, I don't know. Looks alright, but I don't cross list, so I don't need it. Hey, Ping, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. I clicked the thing, join the chat, and I'm not sure if I should have done that, but I got these screens I've never seen before.
Uh-oh.
So anyway, here I am.
Here you are.
Yeah, I did all my, I had to take my insulin, take my eye drops, do all that before coming in.
All right.
I got a pleasant surprise, though, the last few days. I have refilled 3 different medications, and all of them said 0 amount due. And I suspected I might have hit my $2,000 cap for the year. And what do you know? I got my statement from Humana yesterday, and it shows that I have hit my cap. So that's why everything now has 0 due. So,
Oh, that's good.
nice. Yeah.
I have a supplement prescription plan for my pills. So I pay like $130 a month. And as long as I use the pharmacy in the approved plan pharmacies, then I don't pay anything.
Well, I was only paying for Social Security, only parts A and B, because my supplemental insurance, which was through my ex-employer, they which was Cigna, and they paid for the prescriptions. So I figured I didn't need to pay for Part D, nor did I need to pay for an Advantage plan to cover it. So that was going fine. And then the company all of a sudden switched to Humana. So I got a notice that it was a year ago in January saying, "Oh, we're switching you guys over to Humana." Hey, hello, Tom.
Oh,
Sailing, sailing over the bounding main. Are you on board ship, Tom?
yes, sir, we are.
That doesn't look like a casino.
We just left the casino.
$1,000. Of course.
You won $1,000?
Won $1,000.
Wow. Fantastic.
That's good. That pays for the whole cruise.
Just about.
Yeah, just about.
Now you got to not give it back.
That's what we tried not to do. Anyway.
Okay, you won 1,000. How much did you lose?
Oh, well, that's the question.
We We spent probably about 400,
So
500.
you spent 500 to make 1,000. That's pretty good odds.
That's a good return on your investment. There's eBayers that don't work on those kind of odds.
I know.
Anyway, what's been going on since I've been gone? Boy, my face is red.
Hey, you've
Been
been out in the sun.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Somebody's got to go out to the swimming pool and lay on the beaches and stuff. There it is. There's the Atlantic Ocean right there, folks.
Actually, we're in the Gulf of America. Yes,
Well,
we are. Aruba's
That's
over
part of
by
the
the
Atlantic
Mexican
Ocean.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought I'd jump in for a minute, see what was going on. Have you made all the money?
Sorry, you have alcohol this morning.
I'm making
just had
more
one.
money. You weren't on the
Oh.
show yesterday to hear that Social Security has decided to increase my monthly payment $550 a month.
Darn. Is that just because you're on that state teachers thing?
Yeah, they finally did away with the WEP program, windfall exception program, whatever it was.
Right.
That's been in effect since Reagan. That goes way back. There's a ton of people that have already died that didn't get to benefit from the from getting rid of that policy.
Right.
So too bad for them.
Have you made how's your sales been?
Saturday sucked. Sunday was okay and Monday was okay. About $250 a day for Sunday and Monday.
Yeah,
Saturday,
that's good.
Saturday I sold like $40 worth of. I sold like 2 things. It's bad.
$40 is even enough to get Roberta to sit down in the slot machine.
No.
Anyway, how have you been, Ping?
Just fine, Tom.
Caught her mid chew.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't see that. I'm looking at her cell phone, so
That's all right.
then that's the reason it shows up as our
I
hut.
just have to eat something before I take all these pills. 1, 2,
Okay,
3,
I'm
4,
with
5, 6, 7 of them.
Thank you, Ping, because that just reminded us we haven't taken our pings yet, our pills yet. We got up, went down and had breakfast, then went to the casino, and we come back by the room for a minute because we're going to Aruba about 1 o'clock.
Aruba, Bahama, come on, pretty mama, to Key Largo,
I
Montego,
told you,
baby.
see, well, we've got to do a reseller cruise because Todd would just rack up on the karaoke
And the trivia.
and the trivia because he's lived through most of the trivia.
Like says,
So
oh no,
have you.
don't sing. So, how's the food on board?
It's okay.
Haven't gone to the steakhouse yet.
Yeah, we haven't gone to the steakhouse yet.
It's all
But
good
that's,
since you don't have to cook it. Somebody else cooks for you.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. It's it's good. You know, it's resort food, even though our resort's moving. It's been real smooth until today, and it's had a little bit more rock to it.
Yeah,
So
Craig,
what's your choice?
I'm not gonna depend on my singing career to make a living. That's true. Thanks, Craig. So, what else is going on board? Have you entered any dance contests or
No.
have you?
Hey,
Have
Jake.
you
Hey, what's going on, pirate?
Arg, that's right.
the last cruise we went on, they had a belly flop contest into the pool. Did you get in on one of those contests or anything?
No, I did not because it would empty the pool.
There was some pretty.
Whatnot show, Tom. You missed it.
Do what?
There was,
I had another Whatnot show. You missed it.
Well, unfortunately, I was probably on a cruise.
Well, fortunately, that's fun.
Jake is the one that's going to Antarctica. And
Oh, cool.
yeah, I was hoping she'd hit enough money on this cruise that she'd say, well, let's go to Antarctica.
Well,
With
come on,
Jenkins.
let's go. I have no idea what the price is now. I know we got an early bird price, but yeah, check it out. Check it out. I think I sent you the link that one time, right?
Yeah, you going in? When are you going? January?
January 3rd. Yeah. Now, if I have any stalkers join me on the trip, I'll know why.
Do what?
If I have any stalkers joining me on the trip, I know why.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially Hank or Lag.
Well, you never know it's lag.
I'm a pretty good detective. He would give it away.
Either the creepy teenager or the mother with the 4 children. That would be lag.
Right. Somebody a little too interested in me that's not supposed to be.
Now, the Vista used to be out of Galveston, and they repositioned it because they've got one of the big super ships there. But the cruise has been really nice. The service has been really good. So we've been real pleased with it.
Do you use
It's just a big ship.
Tom?
Pardon me?
Do you use a travel router or you buy the Wi-Fi package for everybody?
She bought the Wi-Fi package for her
Okay.
for work.
Yeah.
What's this travel router?
Oh, we'll talk. We can talk about it. But it's a little device that you basically connect to Wi-Fi, and then you can share the Wi-Fi among different devices. You know how they lock you to one device,
Right.
or kind of like that, or one device at a time. Some of the cruise ships, the packages are you can use any one device at a time, and then the others are just, you're locked into that one device. They all do a little differently, but with a travel router, you set the travel router MAC address as the device, and then it broadcasts Wi-Fi to the other devices around you. But some of the cruise ships are starting to confiscate those. So a company came out and made them look like a battery pack. So it looks just like a battery pack.
Hank's pissed at you now, Jake. Look, lumping me in with lag. No.
I'll stir that pot.
No, you stir it good. Because she's not afraid to be seen. She's liable to show up at your house.
Tom, what port did you sail out of?
Port Canaveral.
Okay.
And that is a big old CF in itself. You have to do a bunch of looping around inside their parking lot to drop stuff off and drop people off. And
yeah.
So,
I lived right across the Indian River from there for about 3 months. Yeah, Antarctica.
It's easy to get to.
Yeah. I had a Cash for Gold store in the Merritt Square Mall, Merritt Island. Yeah, I had 2 of them there actually. 2 in the mall. We made them look like competitors, so we had 2 Cash for Gold stores in the same mall. Made them look like competition.
Did you tell the other one that don't go there, they'll rip you off? And then over there they said don't go to them, they'll rip you off.
Well, yeah, people would come in and say, well, that so we had a kiosk and an inline store, so we were right across Kay's Jewelers. We had a store almost the size of Kay's Jewelers, right on the corner, one of the corner aisles from them. And then we also had a kiosk. And people would come in and say, that kiosk down there, they pay a lot better than you guys do. I'm going over there. and vice versa. And we would let them believe that. And then all of our, we were using Skype at the time. All of our stores, not just the stores, not just those two stores, but all the stores were connected by Skype. So they'd send over a message and say, you know, so many grams, this kind of gold, it's this type of description, this the person's description. We made them this offer, and then they would offer them just a little more, and we would make their suspicion true every time. Oh yeah, they'll pay a little bit more.
Well, that's cool.
We have a range that we would pay in. It was, you know, it would, you know, we would try to, you know, obviously get the best price we could.
Right.
Also giving a customer a decent price. But we did have some wiggle room, and we did a lot of that because sketchy people would bring stuff in, and the way the cash for gold market works, because you're in a secondary market, if you buy something
that's all Starbucks
or anything like that, you pretty much are just out of that money. You'll never recover it. The cops will come and take the item, and you'll never get your money back. So we always had to make sure that we negotiated those risky transactions way down. But we still didn't lose the sale.
I was showing. I covered up the camera because Roberta didn't want to be on camera, but I was showing her all the whatnot. I mean the whatnot, all the Starbucks.
Yep, that one.
Yeah.
And then in front of me are all the new ones. I have probably 600 or 700 new ones.
How did your show go?
It went good. I sold about twice as many as I did on the last show, which was about twice as many as the first one. I don't know. Just it keeps building. I'm getting more comfortable. I made a lot of mistakes this time on the shipping side of things. Yeah, I lost. I probably won't make any money on this sale, but I'll learn. It's a hard lesson to learn, but it's part of the shipping process to because I changed it all to the 921 max shipping, and there was another setting in there that I did not change, and it was a setting that was causing. So previously I had a setting set to bump it to another box as soon as it was more than 4, so that it would hit those 5-pound limits that, for whatever reason, whatnot artificially imposes the 5-pound limits. And then that caused it to charge me a bunch of shipping that I couldn't recover back. But, again, won't make that mistake again. And then I used my computer as the camera, as the primary to start the show.
Right.
And that was a definite mistake. Never do that again. The other 2 times I used my phone and then used my iPad as a secondary. So I have one of these. I have a iPad Pro. It's not near
right.
I don't know. It's about 4 or 5 years old, but does great. So I won't make that mistake again. So in the future, I'm going to pull up the Whatnot show as a secondary on the computer, just so in case I need to type something really fast or be able to see it on a bigger screen, I can do that. But I'm going to stream it from my phone like I did the first 2 times, and that way too I can move the camera around if I need to. And there's another feature too, like if you're running a multi-quantity show. So if you, let's say, so the way I did it this time was just random pulls. So I didn't have them all preloaded in. I have a preview video that basically shows this, and a few other things. And then like says it takes him 12 times before. Oh, no, it takes me once. I'll never forget it. And so then there's a button on your phone. If you're running it from your phone, you can just hit next, and you don't have to do those 3 or 4 clicks each and every time, which creates that dead space. So you can just click the run next item button. Way faster, way faster. So I'm learning. I hate learning new platforms, but I guess that's what keeps us young, right? Keeps us learning.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why I look so young.
You know what,
Todd? You look good. You look great, Todd. You look great for 120.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
If I get a little color, when I get a little color, my hair just gets just as white. Roberta
Now,
said, "You just."
is the sun bleaching your hair, or is the sun toning your skin?
I think it's a little both of them.
A little bit of both. There
Oh,
you go.
before I forget it, when you
I
talk
just
to
shaved
Beard, if
mine
he's not
all off.
listening, tell Beard if when you see him if he's not listening. I saw one of his shipments of whatnot stuff go by yesterday. It was a freighter. A freighter went by, and it was loaded down with the containers.
Ah, yes,
I
yes.
said,
You'll be here tomorrow.
that's either Scott's whatnot stuff or Kent's Timu stuff. So,
Yeah.
but
Beard's
there was
traveling on the road tomorrow, so he won't have a show, or at least probably won't have a show unless he does one on the road. He's going to be traveling through my area. We're having lunch tomorrow.
cool. Matter of fact, there was people down on the balcony below us. I heard the guy say, "Well, there goes a load of tariffs."
Yeah, a load of tariffs. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I need to go. My wife she's going back up to another deck, so I will see you guys later. I wanted to see if this thing would work.
Yeah. Yeah,
See if I can
I'll
connect.
give you some more information about the travel route. I just purchased one for my cruise. I got it in a couple days ago, so I'll test it out and show you how it works.
Yeah, let me know.
Timu Tom is what
matter
Lag says.
if do I
Lag says Timu Tom. Bye, Timu Tom.
Timu time. I've only bought one little grouping of things from Timu, and that's after that, no more.
I gotcha. Did you find
What
any
the hell are
Starbucks on
they-
the ship?
No, they don't have Starbucks. They have their own coffee shop. But I was gonna tell you before I logged off, they're doing the same thing as Starbucks does. They have their own little ceramic "We are here" or "We were there" kind of branding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they have the full size cups, and they have the Demitas. But I haven't had access to eBay to see how the Carnival cups are doing.
What are they called?
It's just Carnival coffee mugs. I don't know. I didn't really look at it because
Carnival.
So Todd, are you doing shows every day this week?
I don't know. I didn't know that Scott wasn't going to do one tomorrow. I wasn't planning to do tomorrow. But whatever.
22, 27, 12.
We got to have a show.
Yeah.
It's the law now. We got to have a show every day, every weekday.
At least buy one of every one, Tom. Buy one of each.
Okay.
I don't know what they sell for, but I just looked up a quick search on here, and it looks like they're going for like anywhere from there's 29, 49, 36, 22, 27. I don't know what the retail is, so
Depends on how much money I got left by the end of the cruise.
there you go.
We're docking at Aruba at 1:00, and there's a Starbucks right off the edge of the.
The Aruba one does really well. Yeah, I've sold that one before.
So I'll see if they have any.
If you find the one in the blue box, you don't want the green one, and you don't want this one. You want the baby blue box.
Right.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe that one does okay too, but definitely
they probably long gone from down here. As many tourists as they come through here.
Probably not. And here's why: they're still selling the baby blue box. They haven't transitioned to the dark green one yet.
Oh, they haven't.
Most foreign places have not transitioned.
What did Chastity just say?
She said half of that container ship went to her.
Okay.
I've thought about buying an entire container just so I have the container. Not just so, but also so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can do a whole lot better than your refrigerated trailer you're set up in.
Right. This is a 40-foot reefer.
Containers are not insulated, are they?
Well, this is a container. The one I'm in.
Oh, it is. I thought it
Yeah.
was. I thought it was just a trailer.
No. This is a 40-foot. This is a 40-foot container. The reefer container.
Okay, so you're thinking about buying another one?
Yeah. I have one non-insulated one, and then this one that's insulated. I'm thinking about buying another insulated one at some point.
Just think you could put a bunch of those together and have at least 12 more apartments to rent.
Yeah. Even
Are those 8x40?
Yeah, 40.
Are
Yeah,
they-
8. Yeah, they're 8 on the outside, so that makes it 7 1/4 on the inside or so after the insulation is in. After
Do you ever get the feeling claustrophobic because there's no windows or anything?
I do have a window. I built a window on the end.
Oh, okay.
So where the reefer unit was, I cut that whole end out, and I put a person door and a person window in that end.
Okay.
Yeah, on that direction. But no, I wouldn't feel claustrophobic. I installed lights, plenty of lights. So I have those 4-foot LEDs. How many do I have in here? 4 of them on this half. So this is a fake wall. This is at the 20-foot line. Then I have 20 foot of storage on that end using the big regular doors. And so that's where all the, garden equipment and stuff, outdoor equipment is stored, is over there. And then this side is nice and clean for reselling. But yeah, I have a 36 or something, 36-inch human door on this side. So where the reefer unit was, I took that out, and so that comes off as a bolted system. And then I cut, so there was only about 12 or 18 inches of a step over, and so I cut that out and then framed it in with 2x4s and put a little bit of vinyl siding on the outside.
If I drop off,
Yes, it's air conditioned.
I'll talk to you later. I'm moving.
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about maybe
I'll be down.
dropping off the ship.
Yeah, I have a window air conditioner in the window. Then
Now he's waiting at the elevator. Oh, no. You going to go down the steps? Get your steps in?
There you go.
Myself going down steps. I might do that to show you that I can.
Look at him go, folks.
That's right.
Where's the cane?
You know,
You carried a cane when we were...
Yeah, but I haven't had it
Shopping.
needed so far. But it's pretty swanky. This is twice as big as what we've always gone on. Here, I'll let you look inside of a restaurant real fast, like.
Lag
Maybe
says
this-
Tom's a fall risk. Where's your one
That was one of the restrooms, if you could see anything. But
restroom?
anyway, restaurant. Did I say restroom?
I
Restaurant.
think so.
Everybody's getting up, so
They'll be filming the restrooms, Tom. That
yeah,
could
that's right.
get my show banned.
Mm-hmm. That one will be banned faster than Tom's was.
I know. That was funny. Where's he at?
Dining hall, looks like.
Show us some skimpy clad girls.
Oh, brother, let me tell you what. There's some circulating around here that shouldn't be wearing what they're wearing. I'm looking for my wife. Anyhow, let you get back to what y'all were doing. I just didn't mean to take over your show, even though nobody else shows this kind of good stuff.
Well, this is supposed to be your show.
Do what?
This is supposed to be your show.
Oh, that's right, it is.
It's Tuesday, Tom.
There you go, Davis.
Where is she at?
He lost his wife.
All right, I'm a go. Bye.
All right. Tom's wife took off with a gigolo on the cruise.
Uh,
So
yeah. So these containers have definitely gone up in price, but they're still, I guess, somewhat affordable. I ended up having to pay $6,300 for the last, or for my second container, which was not insulated. I only paid $3,300 or $3,400 for this one, but I bought this one about 8 years ago.
yeah, it would be a whole lot more expensive to build an outbuilding on your property.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess you have some options like, buying a pre-made shed, which you would then possibly still have to wire if you want wiring in it and lighting and insulation. Just depends. But this one, of course, was already insulated. All I had to do was build this wall, and I laid the same OSB board on the floor, because the floor in a reefer unit has 2-inch track,
Right.
to let the condensation run down through. So that's not very easy to walk on. So I just laid the OSB board on top of that, and then I was able to run the wires down in those cracks or tracks. And so there's electrical wire ran from this wall to the wall in the front. I don't have any on the sides. I don't need it because, well, this is close enough and the front is close enough for everything else. 20 foot.
Cool. I need more storage, but I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, don't do it. It's a trap. Well, I needed it so I have a self-contained place, so I don't drag this stuff into my tiny little apartment. I don't know. Did they make a 10-foot container? I know they make 20s.
Okay, got it.
I don't think.
Morning, Harry.
I don't think they make a 10-footer as far as a container goes, but maybe they do. So maybe somebody cuts one in half. 12 by 20, yeah.
Yeah, so this den room I have is about 600 square feet, but
Nice.
we got a whole bunch of our personal stuff in here too, like all of our Christmas stuff and.
I got you. Yeah, so the inside of this is about 7.5. Of course,
Gwen's got a little corner of stuff.
Yeah, almost 20. But if I ever need more space, I can disassemble this wall and slide it that direction, however much I need, and just
right.
If I want 5 more feet or 10 more feet or all of it, really, technically, I guess. It was wired, but I haven't connected it. I was going through a solar solution. Yeah, there you go.
10 by 10.
Beer solution. Oh, so yeah, you could have, Jabez, if you have something like a EcoFlow or one of those other off-brand ones. Those do really well if you're going somewhere temporarily. The other thing I've seen people do, Jabez, is take the wall batteries, put them in series. They you can buy them on eBay or on Amazon, where you buy the clip that DeWalt or any other brand of batteries goes in. And then you just take those home with you each time, and whenever you show up, you just plug in 2, 3, or 4, and they're all wired in parallel, I guess it's called. And then you just run your lights and or whatever you need off of that. So it'll be running at, I guess they're 20 volt. Well, technically, really, they're about 18, really. Okay, without 20 retired. Down on the spots.
Aren't those the porta potties?
Yeah. Porta Johns. That's where Yeah, Johnny on the spot. There you go. They go by all the different names. But yeah, I have an EcoFlow as well that I could use. I use it if we ever have power out, and we have some sump pumps, so I had to buy one. So I use it for other things, but I had to have it for the real estate.
Morning, Beth. Anyway,
Yeah, the EcoFlows they put out 110 or you can run. Let's see, they've got USB ports on the front, regular USB A, and then USB C. So you can run quite a bit off of it, and then of course it has an inverter built into it as well, where you can just plug in a extension cord. Laptop batteries to completely power. Yeah, solar. Yeah, I've seen people buy the individual nodes of batteries. Have you ever opened up like one of the 18 volt or 20 volt batteries? Well, there's a bunch of series of small batteries in it. They're all 3-volt batteries inside of there. It's just they put them in series and parallel to make them the correct voltage and amperage. And that's pretty much every single tool battery is made that way. And even Tesla batteries are made that way, where they're individual. Jackery, yeah, Jackery is a good brand.
really?
Too. Yeah. Every tool, if you actually open it, the lithium batteries, they're all pretty much a couple. There's a couple standard manufacturers that make them, and then they weld them together. I think I have one that I opened. Let me see.
Morning, Johnny. How you doing? Johnny, you did your show this morning. I saw just the end of it. I didn't say anything, but looks like you're doing good.
Yeah, so here's a Hart battery, 40 volt, 5 amp. Okay, I've already taken the screws out. See if I can get it back apart. Yeah, so this is what it looks like inside. This battery went bad, and so all it means is a couple of the cells went bad in it. So I mean, I'll electrocute myself here. But yeah, see, they're all individual cells.
Okay.
And that's how all of them are. Every single, lithium battery that you think is this is really this inside of it with a circuit board. And this circuit board, if it doesn't have enough power, that's why some of them have to be jump started. I think Beard talked about it one time. You can revive some of the batteries. This one, for some reason, I could not revive, so I wanted to see what the inside looks like, see if something was burnt. And then these are tack welded on it. You can use a soldering iron to take it back apart. You just briefly tap with a soldering iron to take it back off.
Well, I learned something today. Look at that.
Yeah, and that's how Tesla batteries are too. Yeah, that's what Lag says. Yeah. Hey, Lag, I already said that earlier. You're not paying attention.
I know.
Or she.
Yeah. What kind of pronouns can we make up for him? Or it? Them.
They/them.
He's probably got multiple personalities, so he's probably.
Well, we know they do.
He's probably like 5 women and 3 kids, and.
It's we and they and them, I think, is what they do.
He's probably got some dog and some. Yeah.
Oh, one of those hybrids?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of hybrids,
Like identifies as a cat sometimes, I think.
no, I have no doubt on that. See if I can find this. A friend of mine caught this on their trail cam, and this is a real thing. This is a coy wolf. This is a dog wolf coyote hybrid.
Mm.
And they on May 16th they found yeah, so you can see the date. Yeah. But yeah, it's from hybrid. coy wolf, but it's usually a mix of coyote, wolf, and dog.
I'll be back in a second. I gotta help Gwen with something real quick.
All right, we'll make sure Ping gets a chance to talk now. What have you been doing, Ping?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot.
Lots of sales?
Oh, what did I send off yesterday? Oh, a Mickey Mouse hat with light up ears from the 60th anniversary.
When was the 60th? When was the 60th?
10 years ago.
Ah.
They're celebrating 70 years this year. So I've had it around 10 years.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. So they'll be okay. So 75th, almost at 75 then. So
yeah. In 5 years, I would guess they I don't know, isn't 75 sort of a big milestone? Oh, yeah. So in 5 years they're going to have another big celebration.
Yeah. Like says he has a bunch of Disney stock. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If a company can make it to the 75 years, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Mm-hmm. I have a few Disney things. So the blue boxes, those are all Disney. Mm. And the red box here, the red and white, all those are Disney Starbucks. And then here's we'll entertain people with this. Corn,
different types of corn.
It's one variety, but it comes in 3 colors. Oh. Comes in white, striped, and red, or that dark color.
Oh.
So it's I sell this to people. It's an open pollinated, non-GMO, non-hybrid. Mm-hmm. And it not Indian corn, it's dent corn. So it's used for cornmeal and grits and other things. But the interesting thing about the variety is that no matter which one of those kernels you plant, you'll get a variety of all 3 types of ears. You'll get solid white ears that only have white kernels on them. You'll get ears that only have striped ones, and you'll get ears that only have the solid red.
Huh. That's interesting. Yeah.
Well, you're not right. And they're genetically modified by myself. How about that?
Really?
No, because they're non-hybrid and open pollinated, I selectively save the seeds. Our family's been doing this for about 22 years. And so we've selectively saved for certain traits that we want. Like the stalks get about 13 to 15 foot tall, really tall. But we've also selectively saved for traits like that the ears are lower to the ground so they don't break the stalks as fast or as quickly. And then also ear size, so 12 to 14 inch ears.
All right.
But yeah, you can find this on my eBay store and on Amazon.
What is it? Corn seed?
Yep. Hop McConnell. If you Hop McConnell speckled. If you do a video. What does Lag want with a corn video? I think he just goaded me into saying that, I think.
Pop my what?
Yeah, Yeah, those not popcorn, no. But yeah, Hop McConnell speckled corn is the variety. If you look it up, it's also available from Seed Savers and a few other places, but it's pretty rare. When I started selling it, even Seed Savers Exchange did not have it, which is probably the largest known non-hybrid seed seller. But you'll find it on my Amazon store. That's how you can track my store. Probably the easiest way. The easiest way to find my store is that.
So that's non-GMO, all that stuff.
Yep. It's an heirloom variety. Yep. And it's non-hybrid, non-GMO.
Mm.
But yeah, as I was telling them, Todd, that it has 3 different colors that it comes in. The kernels come either in striped, solid red, or solid white. And the interesting thing is that the entire ear is that same color, but they come that way they come back the same way every year. So you'll hardly ever see, well, it has happened once or twice, but you'll hardly ever see one that's red and then a little bit of it having a different color. But I mean, I guess mutations do happen once in a while, but the idea is that they're solid red, solid white, and then speckled or striped. They call it speckled, but it's really striped.
Interesting.
Never seen that one. Yeah. So it's all being white and yellow. Yeah, bicolor.
Yeah.
Now unlike the bicolor, which usually comes with yellow and white on the same ear, yeah, these do not. And it's like I was telling them, it's that it doesn't matter which one of those seeds you plant, you'll get a variety of all 3 ears. All 3 colors to come back. All the tricolor. I guess that's part of what makes it a unique variety, is that it does that somehow. I don't have a clue how the genetics part of it works. Something probably with dominant and non-dominant genetics.
Hmm.
Today is tax day for me.
Oh no!
Real estate taxes went up 35% this year.
Whoa.
So the first half is due today.
Hmm.
Well, gotta print the check. Take them and drop them off.
I got my statement from the county yesterday. They raised my property value $20,000 from last year.
20,000. I wish that's all mine went up.
I'm
I'm not writing a check. I'm printing it.
How's my house worth $20,000 more than it was last year? That's kind of crazy.
Try this. The property I'm sitting on. Try this one. Went up. So 55%.
Whoa.
In 1 year?
So they evaluate every 4 years. They reassess every 4 years in Virginia. It went up 55%, and the other one went up 65%. Or something like that.
Jeez.
65. Yeah. Either it was 55 and 65 or 65 and 75. I don't remember. It is a lot.
So a $20,000 increase in my property would equal about 10% of value. So
Okay. So
if it did it just once every 4 years, that'd be more like, that'd be about a 40% increase.
Yeah, our taxes only went up 33 to 35%, somewhere in there, because they also adjusted the rate. They adjusted the rate, the cents per thousand or whatever, down to not make it, as much.
That's why my property value went up in this, because I got so much good eBay inventory. Yep, that's it, right there. You're so smart in this, huh?
That's so funny. Yeah.
So, but
Be right back.
Yep.
Yeah, California was due April 15th. So
Your state tax?
no, the property tax was due April 15th.
And this, I would adopt you if you came and participated in the show. But until you do,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you jumped in once before.
it's been a long time ago that she jumped in the show.
That's true. Texas property taxes high, so is California.
Dun, dun. Florida is thinking about removing property taxes.
Yep.
I think
Yep,
the only
that's what the
real,
governor says.
I think the only real fair tax system would be sales tax.
Yeah. Consumption
But
tax.
I know I haven't sold anything this morning. What's mine?
Yeah. I haven't sold anything in the last 24 hours.
I have someone who offered me a low ball price on something, and I came back and I said, this is the lowest I can go. So she comes back a little higher, and I sent her the same counter offer.
Yeah.
And she went back, she raised it up $10. I haven't replied to that one yet.
Let it sit there. Let it sit there. Somebody will buy it for full price because eBay puts those badges up there.
Yeah.
Those offers pending and certain other things. So yeah. As much as we hate that eBay does that, all this item is available for a lower price, they also do some of the other stuff. My offer is good, ping. It says lag. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Let's see how much taxes are. So I have to pay town taxes and county taxes here because we're in the town. And in Virginia, unless you're an independent city, you have to pay county and town if you're in a town. But if you're in a city, you only pay city, not county. But the good part is that, let's see, the town taxes are about half of what the county is. I mean, if you want to say it's good, I guess.
That's good, Anissa. Sold some stuff yesterday.
Yeah, taxes definitely could be worse. There's lots of states that pay way more taxes than I do. But, you know, still that it goes up 33% in a year is, you know.
Yeah, Javis, I always counter.
Counter.
Yeah. And depending on the price, I'll just send the statement, you know, let's meet halfway, you know. And a lot of times they'll take it.
So they want to say that my 12 apartments are worth $361,000. That's what they want to say it's worth. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think I could sell it for that. Maybe. Okay, same property I paid $110,000 for 10 years ago. But 10 years ago, it was in a rundown state. The 12 apartments, only 4 were habitable. 2 had tenants in them. So it was a badly distressed property at the time.
So you bought it at a good price, right?
At a big discount, yeah.
Good.
It was probably worth 200, probably 200 if it had been maintained well. It would have been worth 200, maybe 250 at the time, but it was not. We spent probably 200,000. Well, a little less, maybe less than 200 over the last 10 years, upgrading things and putting them back to where they needed to be. We rehabbed we did a light rehab on the ones that were fixable, all but 2. So 10 out of 12 minus the 3 that were, or 4 that were livable. And then we've done those as well. But we've put in a lot of money back into it.
But you don't care what taxes and stuff cost. You just raise the rent and you're good to go.
Right. Everybody was hyper aware this year about taxes going up, and everybody still is asking, is rent going to go up because taxes went up? I'm like, I'm glad that you at least understand, because most tenants and renters do not comprehend that that's one of the primary reasons that rents go up.
Right.
Is taxes. Because taxes are the compulsory part that we have no control over.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we average, or we estimate what maintenance expenses are and profit margin and salaries. And unfortunately, by law, I have to pay myself even. I'm required by law because I have an INC. I'm required by tax code to pay myself.
Well, you can make that small too, I imagine.
It has to be reasonable. The law says
does
it has to be a reasonable compensation. Yeah, I mean, I can make it. There's still a range it can be in, but yeah.
Well, I'm going to shut the show down and see y'all tomorrow and stuff like that. So thanks everybody for dropping in.
Yeah, I couldn't leave you by yourself for 2 days in a row.
No. Appreciate it. Appreciate Jake and Ping.
All right. So you're going to have a show tomorrow, huh?
I guess if Beard's not going to do one.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. He'll be on the road for sure. Oh, there's Sue. Hey, Sue.
Yep. All right. Bye, everybody.
All righty. Bye-bye.